Finding your way around our website. Part 3. Definitions. You will have seen in our basic video that allaboutheaven.org is not like ordinary websites. It is a massive database, truly massive, containing cross-referenced mystical, metaphysical, spiritual, symbolic, healing, and evidence-based data. And this means that help is sometimes needed to find your way around. So this series of videos on portals, activities, and so on is there to do this. And this video is about how to find your way around the definitions section. So if you go to our homepage, www.allaboutheaven.org, you will find a header with 6 clickable buttons. Definitions is one of them. Click on this button and you will be taken to the definitions page, where there is a search facility which you can use to find just definitions. Definitions. The definitions are divided into groups: spiritual concepts, symbols, some science, and common steps. The group name at the top of the page can be clicked, but if you are unsure what the term means, each is defined, and you can click the paragraph name. So let us start with spiritual concepts and click the button. What should come up is a page like this, an index with the concepts in alphabetical order. Spiritual concepts. Imagine a realm you cannot perceive with your 5 senses, but which has been discovered using our 6th sense, the realm of visions, dreams, and out-of-body experiences. So, to use an analogy, maybe most people are only able to see the screen of a computer, the 5 senses. But the engineers of the computer have a 6th sense and know there are programs and chips. So we get to know about these concepts through those people, their revelations. Through them, therefore, we can give a meaningful name to things found in this invisible realm, rather than a name that is entirely symbolic. Sometimes we know it is there by its effects, and this is a concept. In the past, concept names began with a capital letter, and we have tried to keep to this rule. So, for example, there is spirit, energy, chaos, past life, and perceptions. So, if we click past life as an example, we are taken to a page that defines this concept. And if we drop down to the observations, we can see the observations in which it was used. And the observation we have chosen is that of Jagetta Hawkes, the wife of J.B. Priestley and a very distinguished scholar of literature and archaeology, as well as an established principal and secretary of the UK National Committee for UNESCO. And as you can see, the observation introduces other concepts, all listed, which can also be found through the links. Symbols. A symbol is an image or word used to represent one or more concepts within the spiritual world. There is a possibility a concept word does exist, but in order to help people visualize and understand it, a symbol has been used. For example, hair means spirit input. There is a universal symbol system that exists worldwide. And we have 2 links to our website you can follow in the video description that give you much greater detail. Only symbols that are used in the spiritual context are included, and their definitions are restricted to the spiritual one. This means that any additional meaning the symbol has taken on in other contexts will be excluded from the definition. There is a science called the science of correspondences that brings together all the symbols used for the same concept. So a concept like spirit input, shown in this hourglass-shaped diagram as a blue wavy line coming from our higher spirit to our subconscious perception function, might be described symbolically as honey, melted butter or ghee, rain, see our video on rain, tears, as in Alice in Wonderland's Pool of Tears, blood, as in the blood of Christ, wine, as in the communion service of Christianity. Furthermore, there may be lots of related symbols that add richness and better understanding of a concept, and through our videos we've been able to bring these different but related symbols together. So, our video for hair, for example, also explores the symbolism of curls, top knots, pigtails, and bunches. This has the added advantage that we also don't need as many videos, as with well over 1,500 symbols, a video for each symbol would have been impractical. Some science. When we describe chemicals or parts of the body, illnesses and diseases, indeed anything related to the physical material world, we may make reference to this section. These things can be perceived with the 5 senses and usually have an established name. The entries enable us to provide a one-off consistent definition. The descriptions are not intended to be medical textbook level, but aim to provide a concise, easy to understand explanation with as many pictures as possible. Common steps. A common step is a sub-activity of an activity, a more detailed method or a more detailed approach to the activity. Using an everyday example, the same batter, and thus the same method of making the batter, can be used to make Yorkshire pudding, toad in the hole with sausages, and apple batter pudding with sugar and apples. Common steps thus enable us to avoid duplication of instructions and also to ensure the instructions are consistently explained.